Hey, what's up everybody, it's SNipEz. Welcome back to part 5 on how to make a neighborhood house. So today, hopefully we're going to finish up the house. If not, if we don't finish up part 6, we will definitely finish it up then. So, as you can see, I've already added this floor on the top floor for the second floor, just because it's really easy to do and it's really boring for you guys just to watch me build a floor. So I figured it'd be easier if I just made it to save some time and then just show you guys like where to put the floor. So the floor should go right above the windows on the first floor. So you can see right here, just right above the windows is where the floor starts. And only spots we didn't put wood are where these walls are, right next to the stairs. Other than that, we used I believe it's birch wood planks to just fill this in. So let's put some torches in here for right now. A lot of people have been asking me to use night vision, which we do not have on the Xbox 360 version. Again, I am playing on the Minecraft 360 version, not the PC. Alright, so let's take out some snow for the walls, and that's basically all we're going to need for right now. So right here, where the stairs are, so if we came to this window right here, this part right here, we're going to get rid of the birchwood planks and replace it with snow, because there's going to be a wall right there. So we're going to stack up the walls on the side of the stairs, probably 4 tall. So it's going to be the same height as the walls down below on the first floor. So that's tall enough. So we stacked it up 4 tall. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so now we took some swiftness. Let's stack this wall up a little bit more. Things are going by a little bit faster now. Make sure we get this back wall. Alright, so we're gonna make the rooms. I'm kind of thinking we should make this like a 3-bedroom house. Maybe more than that, depends on how much room we have. So right here next to this window on the right side, we're going to place a wall right here. Stack it up 4 tall. Okay, so we have plenty of room back here. I think we should make a bathroom. Like as soon as we get up the stairs, we have a bathroom. Let's have the bathroom be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks coming out from the wall, and have it come all the way over to. Let's make it on 1 block past the walls for the staircase. So it should be just like that. That looks big enough, in my opinion. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make another room. Let's see, how should we do this? I'm trying to think. So let's make a wall going from the right side of the staircase, coming out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack it up 4 tall. And then let's have this wall come over all the way to where it meets with here. And I kind of think we should actually extend the bathroom all the way over to this wall. So it will be a pretty big bathroom. Let's take up the walls 4 tall again. And we are going to have a attic in this house. So the house itself will technically be 3 floors. Alright, let's make a doorway leading into the bathroom. So right there looks pretty good. Actually, here's something we could do. We can make, if we cut, let's make a closet right here. Let's make the closet 3 wide. Stack it up 4 tall. Alright, then what we can do is make a doorway right here into the closet, and then a doorway going into the bathroom, which would be right here. Now let's make a doorway for the bedroom. So this will be definitely one of the bigger bedrooms. You can see we have a lot of space. Let's make a bathroom in here as well. So the bathroom will be 1 block away from the door. Have it come all the way over to here. Stack it up 4 tall again. Then let's make a doorway somewhere. Right here. And what we could actually do is make another closet for some chests. Again, let's make it 3 wide for here. So the bathroom door would be right here, and then the closet door would be right there. So you can put some chests in here, so you can store some stuff. So right now we're just making the walls, and then we can always go back in and redecorate the rooms. Okay, so I think what we should do now is we should have a room come all the way from this wall to here. And then we're going to have another room. Well, we can think of that here in a second. Let's get rid of that torch. So we're just making the walls again. Hopefully you guys like the interior. I do know I'm not the best at it. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So let's make a doorway somewhere, like right there. Should be fine. Now let's make it over more towards the side over here. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. In here in this room that we just made, let's make a little closet area right here. Make a doorway again leading into it. Alright, so now what we should do is we have 2 bedrooms made so far. Let's make another one. So this next room is going to go from the bathroom wall all the way over to here. Okay, stack it up 4 tall again. And so I'm kind of thinking this hallway right here that we have, it's a little bit too long. So I think what we should do is just kind of just like make a wall, like a filler wall kind of. So if we want to have a closet right here, stack up this wall. You can use this space in here for something if you want. I'm not really going to use it for anything though. I'm just going to use it as a empty space. There's not going to be anything in there. Then we just make another wall right here. Make a door. Now we have a closet. Then we have another bedroom. Now let's make the doorway going into the bedroom itself. So there we go. We have our top floor walls laid out. So I think we should go in and start adding the beds and everything. So for the beds, I'm going to use spruce wood, just regular spruce wood. Let's see. Regular fences. Trying to think what else we could have. We could have a TV, so we could use some gray wool, some black wool for the speakers, item frames, and a CD of your choice. And I'm going to use 13 today, C418 13. Alright, let's make our bed. So, of course we will need an actual bed for this. So we put the bed right here, the spruce wood on each side, on the corners. Then if we take out some stone slabs, put them, let's actually fill this in back here. Put the stone slabs on the sides and then in the middle like that. Take the fence post out on the corner blocks, stack it up 2 on every corner block that we have. Alright, then just put the planks on top. And then we can take the slabs out again and place them like right here. You could also use the spruce wood slabs if you want. That actually wouldn't look too bad either. So there we go, we have our bed. Let's make a TV right here. The TV is going to be 4 long. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stack it up 2. Let's put a speaker 1 block away from the TV. Actually, let's put the speakers right next to the TV this time. Something a little bit different. I usually don't do. I usually like having them a little bit separated. Alright, let's make a couch or a sofa, whatever you want to call it. So I think we should use, what should we use? Let's use cyan wool for the sofa. And what we're going to do is make our sofa as from, basically going from speaker to speaker. There we go. Put the stone slabs down for the cushion. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a dresser. So the dresser, we're going to use, where's the wood I'm looking for? Birch wood, just regular birch wood. And then we will need, let's see, a regular button, a item frame. We will need probably 8 item frames. Then take out any armor of your choice. Make sure you get a full set. So I'm going to use golden armor for this. So what you do is you lay down 4 things of birch wood, as so. Above you put the item frames. Now what you do is you just place a helmet, a chest, the pants, and then the boots. There we go. That kind of looks like a dresser. Now what we're going to do is kind of make it to where there's kind of like drawers on it. So what you do is you just place more item frames, or actually, excuse me, you place the buttons down first. And now we place the item frames. And then another thing I like to do, is because I don't like having this plain wood showing up here. Again, you guys might be noticing I'm using regular snow a lot. Just because I like using it. We can place the regular snow on top of it like that. There we go, now we have a dresser. Alright, let's take out some bookshelves. Just to decorate the room a little bit more. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so I think this room's done. Let's add a door to the bedroom. Let's put the doorway on the inside like that. I think that looks pretty good. I did the same thing I just did. Alright, so in here, it's not that big of a room. We don't have as much room to work with. So what we could do is just make just a random bed, kind of like we did in the other room. So let's use the same, well, let's use regular oak wood. Again, we'll need the fence posts. And now let's take out some oak wood slabs. And of course we will need a bed for this. So let's lay down 3 things of oak wood. Basically we're making the exact same bed that we made in the other room in this room. Is true. Alright, now we place, for something a little bit different, let's just place the regular oak wood planks going all the way across. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look great. I mean, I guess you could use that if you want. Okay, now what we could do is we could add another dresser. So let's see, what should we use for a dresser this time? We don't want to use the birch wood again because we already used it in the other room. Let's use sandstone. Then we'll take out a wooden button and some more item frames. Then this time we're going to use, after we make the dresser, let's use chain armor. Oh, we can't make the dresser right there. We're going to make it right here. So the wooden buttons go right there, and the item frames go behind them. Alright, now what we'll need is, if I can find them, I kind of forgot what I was looking for. Oh yeah, armor. So we will need item frames, and then we're going to use some chain armor this time. I'm not going to place any snow on top of the sandstone this time. Alright, that looks pretty good. We're not going to add a TV in here because there's not really enough room for it. So again, let's put some bookshelves just to give the room a little bit more color. Alright, so this room is basically done. Alright, let's go to, what do we have left? We still have the bathroom. So we could do the bathroom next. Put some torches down. Alright, so the closet, pretty simple. We're just going to put some shelves in here. Pretty simple. You can also add a couple chests in there if you want. Alright, so the bathroom, we're going to need glass panes. Let's use some stone slabs. And we're going to make a shower. So the shower is going to be 2 wide. And then it's going to be 3 long. We're going to stack up the side. You can stack up either side you want, but I would prefer the side that's not facing the wall. Stack it up twice. What you do is you just place the glass panes down, going 3 tall. And then you can put a if you make it overhang one from the edge, it kind of looks like it would be the door. And then you can put a, let's see, where are they? A lever to kind of look like that's where the water would come from. So you will need a cauldron, a couple of those, and a, if we can find them again, lever, and a trap door for the seat, for the toilet. Alright, then we can just place the cauldrons right here. Then the levers kind of look like the faucets for them. And then we're going to use this regular stone for those. Alright, so the bathroom is done. Alright, so we have basically this one room left. So in here is like the master bedroom. So we're going to use some, let's use spruce wood planks, spruce wood slabs. Let's use the fence again. Let's see. What else could we have in here? We definitely have enough room for a TV. So let's make sure we take those out. Let's see. Had a little hiccup there. Alright, so what could we do? So the TV could go like right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stack it up. Just like that. Alright, then we place the speakers right next to the TV again. Item frames go on top and the bottom blocks of the speakers. Alright, that looks pretty good. So let's make the bed. So the bed is going to be a little bit bigger this time. So we're going to have 2 beds this time right next to each other. So then we're going to add some slabs again. We're going to use the spruce wood slabs this time. Okay. Didn't mean to press the bed. Alright, what we're going to do this time for the bed is actually take out some spruce wood stairs. And the spruce wood stairs are going to go on top this time. Just to give it a little bit more look to it, I guess. So when you get to the backboard, or the headboard, place the stairs facing that way. And then you can place the slabs in between. So then from this angle, if we put a slab here and there for the corners, the bed looks a little bit better in my opinion. Alright, so we need a dresser, of course, and a sofa. So for the sofa, let's use lime green wool and a sandstone slab. Again, the sofa itself is going to be going from speaker to speaker. There we go. So let's see. I'm trying to think what we, right here, what we could add. Right here we could just add some bookshelves. So right there we have some bookshelves. We can make the dresser right next to the bed, which would look pretty good. And we could actually put 2 dressers in here because one could be for a guy, one could be for a girl. So let's use gray wool, and then I'm gonna use I'm trying to think, and blue wool. So one is gonna go right here, and the other is gonna go right on the other side of the bed. So we're gonna use some item frames again. I'm gonna use diamond armor and then some iron armor. So place the armor in the item frames, as so. There we go. Let's take out some buttons. So the buttons, we're going to use wooden this time, like we did in the second room that we made. Oh, you want to place the buttons on first, otherwise you see the buttons look extremely small there. Alright. We do the same thing. Oh, I did the same thing I did over there. Stupid me. Do the same thing that we did over there. Alright, now we have 2 dressers. let's see. I mean, we have a lot of open space over here. We could add like a fish tank. So for fish tank, we'll just need ice, and then a platform for it to lay on. So let's use spruce wood for that. So let's put them like right here, make it 4 wide, and then put 2 in the middle, just like that. We could put some shelves in here. So let's use this regular stone and then stone slabs. Over here we have enough room to make a couple shelves. So let's make some shelves right here. We could also do the same thing in the closet. Let's get rid of, well, didn't want to get rid of the snow block there. Alright. So I think we should add a window in here. Let's do the bathroom. Well, let's add a tub. So let's take out some stone brick stairs, stone brick slabs, which are right here. Then you're just gonna make the shower the way you made it before. The cauldrons are, I always have a hard time finding them when I need them. Here they are. So the toilet would go right here. The bath we're gonna do is we can make it right here, right next to the closet. If we turn it, we can place it like that. There we go. There's our tub. So that would work. You could put water in here. The only bad side of that is it would leak through. So if you do it like this, and just don't have the water in there, do the same thing. Then we would need stone slabs and glass panes. So we're just making the shower right now. So we're gonna make the door on that side this time. Then a lever goes right here, going down. So there we go, bathroom done. You also, well, let's see, we need a trapdoor for the, what's it called? The toilet. Here it is. Alright, so let's add a window in the bathroom. So the window is just gonna go right here. Nobody's gonna really be able to see up here. So what we could do is just make the windows like we've been making them the entire time. Right here. Okay. So if we come in this bathroom, we're not going to add a window in there. The closet's not going to have a window. This room in here should have a window. So I kind of think we should move the dresser to over there. So what we're going to do is just move the dresser. Exact same thing we just made. We're just going to make another window right here. It's always good to have windows. Okay, so there we go. The house is basically done. What you're going to do now is just take out some birchwood planks, and then you're just going to fill in, kind of like what we did with the second floor. Everything right above the windows you're just going to fill in. But this time just make sure you fill in everything. And then you can actually use maybe this space right here to get up into the attic. So if we took out like some stone brick stairs, we can make like a little staircase going up to it. So the stairs could like start right here. If I get them in the right spot, they could. There we go. Then that's your way up into the attic. So we can make the stairs even 2 wide if we want. And then cut it off like right here. So we only have one little area left. There we go. So now you have your way up in the attic. And you're just going to fill the rest of this in with the, I believe it's birchwood planks. Am I right? Yep, the birchwood planks. Just fill them in with that. Then your house is done. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe. Stay tuned in Wednesday for a new modern house. or whatever it's going to be. It might be a mansion, it could be a small modern house. We'll definitely see. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe.